Every system you build is really just services passing messages to each other. Get that part right, and everything scales. Get it wrong, and it quietly falls apart. So over the next few minutes, let's build up the fundamentals of messaging, from a simple request all the way to real-time event streaming. No jargon, just the ideas you actually need. Start with the two ways services can talk. Synchronous is a request and a response, like a phone call. Both sides have to be there at the same moment. One asks, the other answers right away. It's simple, it fails fast, and it's low latency. But when traffic spikes, the caller is stuck waiting, and you have to scale just to keep up. Asynchronous is different. The sender drops a message and moves on, like leaving a voicemail. A queue holds it, and the receiver picks it up whenever it's ready. Nobody waits, the two sides are loosely coupled, and the receiver controls its own pace. So why put a broker in the middle at all? 4 big reasons. First, back pressure. When a flood of requests comes in, the broker absorbs them, and your service drains the queue at a pace it can actually handle. Second, you stop losing data. Most brokers retry a message until it's processed, so a single failure doesn't drop it on the floor. Just remember, retries mean a message can arrive more than once. Third, parallel processing. Many consumers can work the same queue at once, so you scale just by adding more. And fourth, decoupling. The producer fires a message without knowing or caring who's listening, so it stays focused on its own job. When a broker hands off a message, it makes you a promise about how often. There are 3. At most once, it tries to deliver, and if something fails, the message is simply lost. Fast, but lossy. At least once, it keeps trying until it succeeds. So the message is never lost, but it can arrive twice. This is the common one, and it's exactly why your consumers must be idempotent, able to see the same message twice and still do the right thing. And exactly once, delivered a single time, never lost, never duplicated. It sounds perfect, but it's the hardest and most expensive to truly guarantee. Now, the patterns. The first is point-to-point messaging. A sender puts messages on a queue, and a receiver pulls them off, one at a time. Think of a checkout line. One queue of shoppers and a cashier serving them one by one. When the line gets long, you open more cashiers. Same idea here. Add more consumers, and they share the load from the same queue. This is called competing consumers, and it's what makes queues so easy to scale. Each message goes to exactly one consumer, and because they pull at their own speed, a slow service downstream never gets overwhelmed. Point-to-point sends each message to just one consumer. Publish and subscribe does the opposite. It fans out. A publisher sends an event to a topic, and every subscriber gets its own copy. Instead of pulling, events are usually pushed straight to them. The real power is flexibility. The publisher doesn't know who's subscribed, so teams can add new consumers or remove old ones without ever touching the producer. Need to debug? Just attach another subscriber that logs every event going by, and you can watch the whole flow without disturbing anyone. One event, many independent listeners. At a glance, queues, streams, and pub/sub all look the same, but they behave completely differently. A queue holds messages until a consumer pulls one, processes it, and acknowledges it. Then it's deleted, gone once it's done. A stream is an append-only log. Events are written in order, and they stay there. Many consumers can read the same stream, each from its own position, and replay it whenever they want. Pub/sub fans a copy of every event out to each subscriber the moment it happens. So queues are pull and delete. Streams are a durable, replayable log, and pub/sub is a copy for everyone. That same split shows up in the tools you'll use. A message queue divides the work. Messages are pulled off, processed, and then removed, and each one is handled by a single consumer. An event broker is a push system instead. It pushes the same event out to every interested consumer, and it can either store those events or discard them based on your rules. One divides work between consumers, the other broadcasts the same fact to all of them. Let's go deeper on streaming, because it works differently. Picture a river of events flowing past, captured as they happen. Under the hood, many streaming systems are a log, an append-only ledger, where every new event is added to the end, and nothing is overwritten. Consumers read along that log from any position they choose, an offset, and can rewind to reprocess history. Why bother? Because data loses value over time. When you're tracking clicks on a website, sensor readings, or card transactions, you often want to react in near real time. The volume is huge and unpredictable, and a stream lets you collect it all and process it the moment it arrives. It helps to separate two kinds of events. Streaming events are unbounded, a continuous series that never really ends, like a feed of temperature readings or clicks. Any single one barely matters. The value is in the pattern across many of them. High volume, low value each. Discrete events are the opposite. They're significant facts that happened, like order placed or payment rejected. Each one matters on its own, and consumers act on it directly. And here's the nice part. They work together. You can process a stream of raw readings, watch for something meaningful, say a temperature crossing a threshold, and then raise a single discrete event to tell the rest of the system that something important just happened. Finally, batch versus streaming, two ways to process data. Batch processing runs on a schedule, say nightly, over a fixed chunk of data that's already sitting there. It's perfect when a little delay is fine, like a daily report. Streaming processes data continuously, the instant it arrives. You reach for it when acting now actually matters, like fraud detection or live recommendations. The rule of thumb is simple. Can you wait? Batch is cheaper and simpler. Do you need it right now? Streaming earns its keep. Plenty of real systems use both, picking the right one for each job. So that's the toolkit. Sync and async brokers and their delivery promises, point-to-point and pub-sub, streams and batch. Pick the pattern that fits the job, and your system stays simple as it grows. If this helped, subscribe for more.